I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-Minute Convos, where I help you create a brand of your own unique real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Eric Koch. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
Oh man, I'm feeling blessed. How about yourself?
Yeah, I could definitely say that as well. I'm feeling blessed. This is my final night on my podcast, Goal to 800, Eric. So it's really a great
Woo!
honor to have you here, my friend.
That is amazing, man. You need congratulations. That is incredible. I mean, I don't like I just don't know how you can handle that. I mean, it's for me doing one interview a week is hard enough.
Well, my friend, when you meet amazing people like yourself, it makes it even easier. So
True.
definitely a great
That
pleasure. What
awesome.
part of the world are you in right now, Eric?
I'm in the Washington D.C. metro area, so I'm literally like 10 minutes from Washington D.C.
All right, all right. And which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time?
I would actually say you reached out to me, but that's I guess you found me on LinkedIn, and you probably saw that I run my own social media marketing firm for business to consumer lifestyle brands, and I do a weekly podcast. So, and I believe that's how you connected with me.
Yeah, most definitely. It seems as though you have the talent of interviewing, if you would. What's the name of your podcast?
It is literally the Creative Marketing Zone podcast.
Love it. Yeah, make it simple. So, who did you learn the skill of podcasting from?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned John Lee Dumas earlier in our call, and I listened to that interview. But I actually started in 2005 is the first time I heard about podcasting, but it wasn't until a few years ago when I started listening to JLD and some of the other greats that are doing some amazing work in the podcast realm that I started to take it seriously. And honestly, I kind of just self-taught and studied some of the stuff they put out there and published. And my wife is doing her podcast as well, and she just taught me some behind-the-scenes stuff and just learn as I go.
That's great. What's your wife's podcast name?
Well, hers is more. She's a vegan, so she does the Brown Vegan podcast, and she interviews other vegans in the community who share their story and journey as to why they became vegan and tips and tricks.
That's good. Yeah, I'm a vegan. Well, partially. Yeah, I still do the
Cool.
eggs and
Yeah.
mayonnaise type things. Yeah, yeah, and
Awesome.
fish. Yeah, that's intriguing. Ooh, well, there we go. Are you a vegan as well? Nah.
Actually, I'm not. So
Uh,
I do embrace the lifestyle. So my biggest weakness is pizza, and that right there, unfortunately, is just something that just if somebody put a pizza in front of me, I can't turn it away. It's like kryptonite for Superman.
Well, there we go. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. So, why will you, my friend, continue to repeat the skill of what is shared via marketing on your podcast?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure. Why will you continue to repeat the skill of what is shared via marketing on your podcast?
So, I mentioned probably the self-education part as part of the skill and repeating that over and over again because my biggest thing has always been, and this is a quote from the late great Jim Rohn, is that self-education will make you a fortune and formal education will make you a living. And I truly believe in that, and I'm just going to keep applying that concept of self-educating myself.
What's one other thing you've done consistently over the last 3 years?
Man, I would say I've been worked incredibly hard. It's unbelievable. I mean, the I can't even tell you how hard it's been to get to where I'm at, and I know a lot of people have experienced the same labor pains, but I'm truly grateful for it, and that's one of the things I've done consistently over the last 3 years.
How does that make you feel?
Sometimes tired, but overall great. I feel I just know that without it, I wouldn't be where I wanted to be, which is here where I am right now, being on your podcast.
Yeah. So one of your talents is hard working, all right? You work hard. That's intriguing. Why would you suggest to someone that's listening, Eric, that they put in the work that's necessary to get to the place they desire?
Yeah, you appreciate the rewards a lot more. So it's kind of like if you give someone a gift, or let's say you have a child and they get a gift during the holidays, or they get a gift from their birthday, did they really earn it? No, we give it to them because we love them. But are they really going to appreciate it as much as if they worked hard for it? Probably not. So that's probably one of the biggest reasons, is because when you receive the rewards, you're almost like, wow, it's like I really put in the blood, sweat, and tears to get this, and I'm going to enjoy it. And then also, I find a lot of shortcuts along the way when I work hard. So learning helps me find what are some of the ways that I can do some things that are a little bit better as I move along. And then finally, I eventually like to teach someone else to handle this, so I can pass the torch and focus on other things. So yeah, that's probably why I would suggest someone do what I've done when it comes to applying hard work.
Love it. Amazing audience. You're hearing it live here from Eric Koch. Again, he is the podcast host of the Creative Marketing Zone podcast. Eric, is there any other place you'd like people to connect with you?
No, actually, Instagram. I'm very active on there. You can create at the Creative Marketing Zone on Instagram. I'm also active on Twitter and LinkedIn.
There we go. Well, Eric, let's switch gears for a moment now, and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Eric, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Oh, man. I would have to say playing basketball for the first time with my mom at the age of 5. When I first saw basketball, for some reason, I was intrigued, and I love the game of basketball. I always love it, enjoy it, and enjoy playing with my kids. And it's just one of those things that I remember that early on. And I used to have to shoot from between my legs on the basketball court because I wasn't strong enough yet to shoot those 3-pointers or those layups. But that's my earliest childhood memory, is playing on the basketball court.
Wow. How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
Oh, wow. That's a deep one there. I don't know how to really answer that. I mean, like I said, I've always enjoyed the game of basketball, and having that clear, vivid dream of me playing when I was at a young age and being able to play with my kids in the same way. I mean, they're a little bit older now, but being able to relive that experience is truly amazing.
That's intriguing. Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, I love the painted picture of hard work and the results of it, tenacity, if you would, that you had the option to say, hey, I'm not able to shoot this ball the way others shoot it, but instead finding another way. It's like what you said, right? In working hard, you find... well, you didn't say this word, but this is my word, right? You find cheats, you find workarounds, you find shortcuts, is what you said, right? It's just intriguing that that little boy, since then, was finding the shortcuts that were necessary to get the ball to the target, to the hoop.
Yes, amen. I mean, I believe in that, and also the hard work and practice, because without practice, we wouldn't be able to get better.
And there we go. There we go. If we fast forwarded to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
When I was 12, so let's see, that would be 1994, and I would say it was Fantastic Voyage by Coolio.
There we go. It's definitely been a fantastic voyage, hasn't it?
It has, and I'm looking forward to the adventure to continue.
Love it, love it. Well, Eric, we have arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Eric?
Yes.
Eric, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Unfortunately, I have not yet.
Are you married?
Yes, almost 14 years.
Do you have children?
3 teenage boys.
And do you believe in God?
Absolutely. I believe in all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes, my networking chapter.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about
if I did,
3
I
hours
would
a
be
week?
here.
How about 3 hours a week?
Maybe, but that's on a rare occasion. Maybe once per month, 3 hours a week.
All right, all right. And what about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Unfortunately, that's one that's more than 8 hours a day.
Eric, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Eric Koch, what would you say that is?
I really just say you got to dance to the beat of your own drums, or you'll be dancing to someone else's.
Love it. Eric, this was a great pleasure, my friend. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Yeah, I just want to say that, dream up something, then put a lot of hustle into it to make it happen.
Love it. Just like that little boy shooting hoops from between his legs, now teaching his children how to shoot hoops. Eric Koch.
Yeah.
Love it. Eric, again, great pleasure, my friend. Thank you for being on What Is
Inspired.
Inspired.
Thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome. Eric Koch, thank you for being on What Is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.